Just before we start, just like to say thanks to the Purple Army for coming out today. I think we raised over 400,000 for Starlight Foundation, and like I've said all week, I'm really proud of the way the club do this, and I'm really proud of the way the players get behind it, but also really proud of the Purple Army for getting behind it today. Over 400,000 is a great effort. It's going to go a long way. Shame we couldn't kick a bit straighter to make it a little bit more.
You gave him something to cheer about, though, didn't you? Like, you'd be really proud of the way they played.
Yeah, I thought that first half was as good a footy as we've played. Like, we understood, the injuries they've got and I suppose the holes that are in their team. But we've come up against that in the past and haven't got it done. And hit-outs and ruck dominance don't always transfer to field position and clearance wins. So we had some plans in place. We wanted to play a certain way, and I thought the players executed it in that first half as well as we have all year in some aspects. So, we didn't get reward for effort, but in terms of process, I think that was a really good outline of the way we want to play our footy.
Champion Dale came to us and said that they've never seen, since they've been taking stats, the team have less than 5 clearances in a half, and you helped Melbourne to 3. So what were you focusing on to make sure that you could maximise that hit-out dominance to turn it into that clearance dominance?
I'm not going to go into it too much. I thought last week, and Joel Corey thought last week on reflection we probably weren't as on the front foot at stoppage as we would like to be. So irrelevant of the team we played this week, we wanted to be a little bit more aggressive in there and play our way a little bit more, because teams have been bringing numbers up to try and nullify our stoppage work, and it's a real strength of our game. But we've got to maintain a mindset to be decisive and like I said, get on the front foot. So we try to do that a little bit more. Clearly when you're getting your hands on it, it allows you to go a little bit turbo with the way you create your movement and look for channels to get out of stoppage. But you still got to get to work and you still got to do it. And hats off to the mids; they did a great job.
What else went into that first half, Justin, that you were really pleased with?
The field position, supply. I think at one stage we were maybe plus 23 inside 50s. They got through us a couple of times with our team D, especially back into the first quarter, which wasn't overly wrapped about, but we were able to turn the ball over a lot in our front half. And I thought we were able to explore our space and trust ourselves with ball in hand and created really good opportunities. We didn't always tie our work off, but I was happy with what we did inside the contest, and I thought that translated to us getting on the outside of them.
It felt like at half-time you deserved to have a lead of 50, 60 points. What was it like? Still a 30-point lead, but knowing it could have been a lot more.
We're trying to get away from the scoreboard and trying to make the game irrelevant of what the scoreboard says, and stick to a process and a way of playing that will create opportunities for ourselves, but not really reflective of the scoreboard. Like, the scoreboard's a byproduct of us getting other things right. So, clearly a bit of skill error let us down. So, we needed to tidy that up. And I thought the third quarter was, not the way we wanted to play the game. And it was a total flip of the script in terms of field position, and didn't think we defended our front half at the back end of the third quarter, and our contest work wasn't as strong as it was in the first half, which didn't allow us to get supply. We kicked the first 3 goals of the third quarter from our back half, and sometimes you can get lulled into a false sense of security when you do that. And I thought we got back on track in the last quarter. Coughing up some easy goals at the end wasn't great, but thought most of the last quarter we played the way we wanted to play and played the game in our front half and got back to our footy.
And to see Walters get 4 goals after injury and then being the sub, how good was that?
Yeah, it's good. No, he made the most of some of his opportunities, and think he's had impact for us when he's been in the team across the year. He's unfortunate to get injured, and someone took his spot and has played well, and it's taken a little bit of time for him to force his way back in, but took his opportunities. I thought our forwards definitely got some reward for effort by the end of the day.
Did you still ask a dummy when you said he was going to be the sub, or did you make a genius decision to change
Jono came out late, so I don't really play games like that. He was always going to be the sub, and then Jono came out, so we reshuffled the team.
So for him to change mindset and having had the hard conversation that you have with players about when they're going to play, and then to come in and have the impact like he did, how proud are you of him to be able to come back from injury, handle the sub rule, and then come in and do this?
He's handled the sub before. He's played sub one other time this year. He's played sub last year. He comes on and can have impact as a sub. So doesn't necessarily see it as a negative thing. When I told him he was going to be sub, tried to set him up with some focuses where that he could really hone his process and focus on what he could control, and he just brought them on from the start rather than being a sub. He's an experienced player. He can handle things like that, thrown at him late, and we showed today a bit of class in our front half. To finish off his work, it was good.
Hayden Young, he's been described as a bit of a surgeon. His passing is so elite, it's so precision. Do you think that's what's really setting you apart this year from years in the past, that final kick in?
I think Youngie's impact in the midfield starts with his contest and his size and his ability to get after the opposition and compete. And then that other big body just helps Andy and all the other three in there, really. So that's where it starts, and he's had impact on that front since he came into the midfield. Now he's evolving his offensive game and finishing his work off. And, he's given us a different look with his left foot and his ability to come out the front. And, his offence is the byproduct of the way he competes, so, for mine.
What can you tell us about Pearce?
Not much yet. No, you got to knock on that arm, and, I can't really elaborate too much more. It's sore. The game was done, so he thought we'd sub him off, and he'll have to get a scan, and we'll go from there.
How nervous are you?
Yeah, nervous, but we'll see what the scan says, and Drapes is in good form. He's played a lot of footy. If he gets another opportunity, I'm sure he'll be ready to take it.
He came off straight away at that moment and really nursing it.
Yeah, well, funny thing was he probably should have come off a couple of minutes before because he was due to come off. So, it was sore when he came off. It's not as sore now, by all reports. But, I'm not going to say. And, we'll just get a scan and we'll get the information to you.
How's he feeling?
He's probably a little bit nervous. He's a little bit, frustrated. He would have liked to have gotten through the game, obviously. And, been the captain of the club and been in such good form all year. He wants to be out there competing with his brothers. So, fingers crossed, he'll be out there next week.
And Johnson, what happened to him and where is he?
Oh, he just had a bit of foot soreness. So, we probably just need to give him a couple of weeks off and let that, let us get on top of it. He'll likely miss next week as well.
Stress fracture type?
No, it could trend that way if we hadn't have got it quickly and got him out of the game. So, just pulled up a little bit sore from training. Reported it in. We got it scanned, and it just looks like we've got it early, and he might need a couple of weeks.
And Jackson came off as well. What's the go there?
He's getting old. Yeah.
Did he have ice on his knee?
No, he just said he had a corky in his calf. So, it's precautionary.
Given what happened in your last play, West Coast, how quickly do you turn your attention to the Derby now?
Oh, we've got a 6-day break, so we need to move on pretty quick. And it's hard to win in AFL footy, so we'll sit in this win for a little bit, and then we'll turn our attention to West Coast when we need to.
How do you feel your place, I guess, in the overall context of the season with your health and the footy you're playing?
I think our best footy's good enough to beat anyone, but I don't think our footy's consistent enough to beat them all yet. So that's what we're striving for. I mean, that third quarter today wasn't the footy we want to play. It's not about the scoreboard. It's more about the product we're putting out there, and we're just not quite as consistent as we'd like. So we're still searching for that.
Do you find yourself a bit of a contender because you're able to sort of turn the momentum? There were times today where you sort of conceded 3 on the trot, but rather than sort of fall away, you've picked yourself back up again. Do you think that's the experience in this group now?
I do. Yeah, I do. I think we're growing in that space. Last year we're having big momentum swings against us, and this year we've been able to lean into our trademark, lean into communication, lean into our roles in those moments and turn the tide. So I think we've got a fair bit of balance with the way we play. We're not. I don't think we're one-dimensional, and that's the way we want to be, which poses some threats to the opposition.